This has been a long time coming. I did a System of a Down reaction. One of the earliest videos on this channel is a reaction to System of a Down. I now return to this music, but we're doing an extravaganza. We're doing Korn, we're doing Slipknot, we're doing Limp Bizkit, is that how you say it? Linkin Park, Static X, and Sode, or System of a Down. So we've got it all here. I think I mentioned all of them. I'm terrified. I'm so scared. Similar to the Black Album by Metallica, I'm really worried whether I like this or I don't like it. Either way, like, there's just so much discourse and opinions around new metal. You know, you got the metal purists, I guess, who don't really see this as metal. You got a lot of people that actually really love new metal. New metal's huge. It's very popular. You can see all the plays just on this album alone. So you've got sort of both sides. Hopefully we've got some people in the middle as well that can appreciate that, you know, some people like this, but they don't have to like it. I don't know. We'll see where I fall. I don't really know where I'm gonna fall, whether I'm gonna like this or not. Like, I'm down to have some fun. I love, like, dancing to music and feeling it. And I reckon some of this new metal's going to work well with that part of me. I don't know if I'm gonna like it as much as Black Sabbath or anything like that, but we'll see here. I'm gonna try and go into it with an open mind. I liked the System of a Down that I heard quite a number of years ago now, earlier on this channel, so let's hope to continue that here. Don't hate me if I like this, don't hate me if I don't like it. Let's just give it a go. Okay, first off, we've got Freak on a Leash. Also, I don't really know much about new metal, but it has been sort of popular lately, like on social media trends, and I have seen people like dancing to certain songs. This rings a bell already a little bit, like Freak on a Leash, for some reason. I don't know if I've seen just some videos of people dancing to this for some reason. It might be a bit of a trend at the moment, but I haven't listened to the full songs. There's some songs here I haven't listened to at all, but yeah, just so you know, this might ring a bell and it'll be because of social media, not because I've actually listened to it. Okay, let's actually listen to it. I'm terrified to press play. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. This is 1998. We're gonna go in chronological order as much as I can. So this is the earliest track that was picked out by my patrons. My patrons selected the songs and the bands. We do polls over there.
Something takes a part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I stop to
I like the drum.
Something's raped and taken from me, from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free?
It's giving me like the Nine Inch Nails, like, a bit of a creepy, off, like, unhinged energy right now.
I try to every night, all in vain.
I don't like it as much as Nine Inch Nails, but
sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall
I feel like the song started, you know? I've actually never heard any of this before, so yeah, none of it rings a bell.
Feeling like a freak on a leash. Feeling like I have no release.
I don't really like the chorus.
How many times have I felt disease?
I like the slightly, like, restrained energy on the verse.
It's free. Sometimes I cannot take this place.
Pre-chorus as well.
Sometimes I can't taste. Sometimes I cannot feel my face. You'll never see me fall from grace. Something takes a part of me. You and I were meant to be.
Slightly like sludge vocal delivery. Something takes. Oh, this one's a bell. This is it. Oh, this is the part I know. This is from the social media. I actually like this. I think this is really funny. I know this. If I didn't know this, like from social media, I would be like so blown away with how much it improves the song. Oh. It's such a good riff. Wow. Oh, look back to this. I got thoughts on this. Like, I had expectations around this track because I'd heard that bridge. Now I know it's a bridge. I thought it maybe be the beginning of the track, but I've heard the bridge before on social media because it's a trend at the moment. So I had that going into it as an expectation, knowing that that was going to probably happen in the track. I think I had the right track in mind. Obviously I did. And I like that section. I think the bridge is the best part of the track. I don't mind the verses, but I really don't like the pre-chorus and the chorus. Something takes a bad me. I don't really like the melody on it. I feel like it's trying to be slightly poppy. I'm not really into that. Like the it's a bit whiny, I guess, as well with the delivery. Just getting a little too pop for me, and I'm not really into pop. But that bridge section, I think, is a good example of it being a little bit more rough around the edges and me really liking that. That I like that riff quite a lot. Even like the thing he's doing with the vocal delivery, I think is sort of funny. It's a bit silly, like it's very goofy actually, but I really sort of don't mind it, especially because I've heard it through the trend so many times online. I don't know, it's so catchy this weird way. So the bridge is like, I think really good. I think it's really hilarious in like a great way. The rest of the track is not fully working for me. I feel like it leaves a little bit more to be desired at points. The verses are pretty restrained. I don't mind that they're restrained, but I feel like it's just going to lead into a chorus that I like a lot more. I'm a bit disappointed by that, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I would like Freak on a Leash a little bit more, considering I knew the bridge going into this and I liked the bridge, but the rest of the track just fell flat for me, unfortunately. I'm gonna say though, this is feeling more metal-y than I actually expected. I expected very little metal from nu metal. I don't know why. I have no idea. It's literally called nu metal. Of course there's metal in there. Freak on a Leash, very on the fence, because I really like that section I already knew going into it, but the rest of the track, let's just move on to the next track. Let's see if we can find something I love. I really want to find a track I love today. Next, we're going to listen to Static X, Wisconsin Death Trip from 1999. This is Push It, the initial track on the record, the first track. A lot of my patrons said that I'll like this one. That's what they said. So I was like, okay. Apparently this is up my alley, this one. Looking forward to it. I think this is also like one of the least listened to nu metal bands here in this video. Like I got a lot of popular stuff and this is one of the less popular. So let's see. Let's see if I like this. It's like Helmet. Oh yeah, it's like Helmet. I love that. Like a slightly industrial feel. That's industrial, that's cool. This is nu metal? This is cool. The two different deliveries. Really low and really high, that's funny. And it's quite angular as well, the guitar. way more industrial than I expected. This is... I'm so confused. Oh, I love it. What in the world? Let's listen to the rest of the record right now. Why? That was so good. That was so good. You push it. You push it. You push it. That's everything I could ask for. My patrons, like, I feel like know my I mean, quite a few YouTube watchers also would probably know my taste quite well by now, considering like how many videos I've done, how much I talk about like certain aspects of music I love. We know I love industrial. We know I love like raw energy. I love some unhinged energy. This was great. This was also like, it reminded me so much of Helmet. It was quite angular as well in the guitar. Bring it back to Gang and Four. Like, I've really liked this. It had like a bit of punk in there, I feel like, for a sec. The angular guitar. I mean, I guess Helmet's alternative metal. It also reminded me of industrial and slightly of punk. I feel like there was so much going on there, but also it's new metal. Like, I'm wondering what makes this new metal. This feels like more of just a fusion of a few different things I love, like a few existing genres that I love. And that's what we're learning here today. I'm not sure what makes this new metal. Not to say it isn't, probably very much is. I'm currently educating myself on what new metal is, so I can't tell at the moment, but I love that. I loved that so much. I literally said going into this track, I was like, I hope I can find a track I love, and then instantly found one. My patrons knew. Thank you, patrons, for voting that through. That's why I love my patrons. That's why I do the polls, because even though we're doing new metal today, I might hate every other song here. I might not like new metal, but at least they threw this one in, so I love the track. I appreciate that. We're going to do System of a Down next, though, and I actually really feel good about System of a Down, because I've listened to them before, so this could go well, I think, because I liked what I heard previously quite a bit. I think Static and System of a Down, like the two songs or bands I actually felt pretty confident about today. The other tracks, a little worried. Oh, this is back to 1998. Freaking Google says this is 1999. I'm trying to go in somewhat chronological order. Sorry if it's a little off. Not on my usual setup, if you can't tell. No lyrics. What?
The piercing radiant
okay.
moon, the stormy
Very quiet. Very quiet.
all the life running through her hair, approaching guiding light, her shallow years in fright, dreams are made winding through my heart.
This is like a bit subdued. This feels a little bit like Tool, like Sober by Tool.
Your lives are open wide. The beaches gives them sight.
Like maybe it hasn't
Of all the life running
fully got to where it's gonna go yet. Like we could still
the spiders all in
to
tune.
come.
The evening of the moon. Dreams are made winding through my head. Through my
It's also way slower than I expected. Slower track.
Before you know,
Nice. Nice. It's a little dissonant. Very scary.
through my head,
I like this. I like this one. love it. I actually really like how this one's a bit slower, a bit more emotional. And it's very like atmospheric, softer sound is cool. Love it. I also feel like within the context of the album, I would like this a lot too, because I know a little bit more about this band than the others. I've listened to a few tracks by them before. You can go check out my previous Sewed video where I did like more of their bigger tracks, their bigger hits. I mean, this is still 200 million plays, so obviously it's quite big, but this is like a slower, more subdued, somber track, sadder track from them, and I really like it because I could imagine maybe the rest of this album could be a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more similar to the other stuff I've heard from them, unless this whole record's subdued. But this could be like a nice sort of switch in the middle of the record that I think I would love. On its own, I really love it. I think it's a solid track. It does something a little bit different, especially after Push It by Static X. Something so different. Shows the variety of nu metal as well. I don't want to be closed-minded and just be like, oh, nu metal is this, like this is what nu metal is, and like this is my idea, and like nothing goes really outside of that idea. Like I want to see how nu metal can be quite expansive and have a lot of variety in it. That's why I really wanted to experience today. That's why I was like, let's do 6 bands rather than the usual 4 or 5 I would do. I was like, I'm gonna do more. Really glad I got to listen to this. Really glad I got to listen to Static X. I feel like it's put a little bit more of like a sweeter taste in my mouth when it comes to nu metal, and I'm happy for that because I wanted to enjoy some of the music today. I didn't want to just be like, oh, I don't really like nu metal. That could be a response to nu metal, to an emerging genre, but I want to be able to experience the nuances of the genre as much as I possibly can in a first listening video, which obviously it's quite difficult, but we're trying. I feel like I'm doing it a little bit. I'm happy. Okay, I really liked that. That felt like slightly like Tool. Did not expect that from System of a Down. Wow. Next up we have I'm Scared. That's what we have up next. Okay, so 1 billion listens. I have not been looking forward to this moment. Some of my patrons, they make like jokes about this song. And I feel like I've just heard stuff about Limp Bizkit, about them just being like bad, you know? It's just so silly though, because it's like there's a billion plays. Like there's a billion plays on this song for a reason. Obviously there was a certain amount of people, or is a certain amount of people that love this. If you do love this, tell me why, because I would like to get that perspective. I feel like I have got the other perspective of why people don't like this, but if you have the perspective of why, unless everyone's just ironically listening to this a billion times over. Okay, let's see if I'm ironically listening or seriously listening to this.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up.
I've heard this before.
Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact.
Yeah.
If you interact, your life is on contract.
It's sort of like rap style.
It's just one of those days. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit.
I know this. I've slightly heard this track before. I've never sat down and listened to it. But I have heard this before. I don't know how, but I mean, billion plays. It'd be hard to avoid.
It's just one of those days.
It's so much more of a rap delivery than I expected.
Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better watch your back, cause I'm fucking up your program. And if you're stuck up,
this is metal?
Like, to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let shit slip, or you can leave it with a fat lip.
I feel like listening to this with a Black Sabbath jumper on is like I'm doing something wrong right now, you know? On a moral level.
Like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance.
This is not what Black Sabbath intended.
We've all felt like shit and been treated like shit. All those motherfuckers, they wanna step up. I hope you know I pack a chainsaw. I'll skin your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break something tonight. I pack a chainsaw. I'll skin your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might
break something tonight.
I pack a chainsaw.
Yeah!
I'll skin your ass raw. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break your fucking face tonight.
Woo!
Give me something to break.
Wow!
Give me something to break.
I don't mind the breakdown. I've hated the track so far, by the way.
Just give me something to break.
I don't mind this.
How about your fucking face?
This is so similar to the Korn in that way.
A chainsaw. A chainsaw.
rest of the track I don't really like.
I think you better quit talking that shit. So come and get it.
I didn't mind the breakdown. The bridge section was pretty fun. The rest of the track, it was difficult to take it seriously. It didn't really sound like he was that scary. Having listened to a lot of the metal I have listened to, I've listened to some terrifying people at this point. Like people that I am actually terrified that they're going to hurt themselves or hurt somebody else. And there actually are people that I need to like actively avoid, especially in like black metal, and not react to them on camera because they did actually hurt people, or they actually fully believe and act out things like wanting to hurt people and stuff like that. I don't want to get into it, but you know what I'm talking about, like horrible people. So to listen to this, it feels like a little bit of like a caricature of metal, I guess. It feels like a little silly, and I found it difficult to take him seriously and to actually like be into what he was talking about, because he was talking about wanting to break stuff, you know, like that's the name of the track, and like to punch someone and blah blah blah. And it's just like, you sound like cute like I do, like you sound like a cutie pie like me. When I karaoke System of a Down and I'm screaming into the microphone and my friends are like laughing at me and just like finding it hilarious, it's like part of the reason is because I'm such a cutie pie and I'm singing, you know, like really intense scary lyrics. I just like, this guy's got the same effect on me. Like this is like looking in a mirror. When I was listening to the bridge, I was like, ooh, I could see how people would get into this as long as you can stomach the rest of it, but I couldn't stomach the rest of it. That was so fun. That sort of made me want to laugh. This is so ridiculous. Okay, let's move on. That was not it. I liked Korn a lot more actually. I think the Korn was better, but I had a similar experience in terms of like, I liked the bridges the most across both tracks. I think they had solid bridges and the rest of the track sort of lacked a little bit. So I don't know. The bridges can't be carrying the whole track, can they? Let's listen to the next track. I sort of knew I wouldn't like the Limp Bizkit. That was gonna be wild if I did. Next we're listening to Linkin Park, Crawling. This has nearly 1 billion plays, so already listening to quite a popular track from them, but just so you know, for reasons why I'm not listening to In the End or Numb is because I've heard them before. Of course I have. I don't listen to Linkin Park, but you just can't really avoid, especially like I was alive in the 2000s. It's like how I couldn't really avoid Green Day, even though I never was a Green Day listener. I know Green Day's most popular tracks just because like they were around in that time and I was alive. So as much as I could avoid like the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, because I wasn't literally alive. I was alive in the 90s, but I was a baby. And people go, how have you not heard this track? It's like, because I wasn't alive at the time. And my dad never showed me it. My dad did show me a lot of good music. I know all the Led Zeppelin. So I've heard the popular tracks. We're going to listen to Crawling though, because I haven't heard this one before. So yeah, my patrons picked out a track I hadn't heard already. I got an idea of them because of Numb and In the End, that they're a little bit more like pretty, a little bit more ethereal sounding, but let's get into it. Let's see. Yeah, already like those sort of higher notes. I don't even get how this is. Actually, I will say about the Limp Bizkit as well, while I was listening to it, I was like, how is this even metal? Like, it didn't feel metal to me. Okay. We're in the 2000s now. And I'm feeling a difference. This feels really different production-wise than the rest of the tracks as well.
There's something inside me that pulls beneath the surface.
Vocal performance, super different. He's essentially just singing very prettily. Like it's not the usual metal vocal performance is what I'm trying to say. Obviously there's no like a growl or anything or screaming. I mean there's screaming in the chorus.
I felt this way before. So insecure.
I feel like a clean and a growl, I guess. This is growl. Okay. It's clearly very different from OPEF, but the vocalist having those clean vocals and more of like the growl in the chorus is reminding me of OPEF a little bit.
How I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in. Not a sense of confidence. I'm convinced that there's just too much.
It's like a different vocalist. Story also does that. It's the same guy. Growl a lot more than the clean vocals. That's pretty static to me. I'm feeling the chorus a lot more. I like the lyrics a lot as well. I feel like these are the most solid set of lyrics we've had so far. And I'm not gonna lie, it's also feeling a little nostalgic. I think because like I have like a little bit more of a recollection of new metal like this, I guess, because I was, I don't know, getting sentience, is that the word? I liked these lyrics probably the most out of all lyrics I've heard. And I also feel like the more ballady sort of take on metal, similar to Sode, like the Spiders by Sode that we heard earlier. I think I liked Sode's take on it a little bit better. This is feeling a little bit poppy again. Like it's balancing on that line, and I feel like it's like, don't get too poppy on me, you know, is how I'm sort of feeling listening to it. I like his growl in the chorus. I feel like that helps the track a lot with me liking it. But I just don't know if this is music for me, I think is my takeaway. It's not that I really can say like Limp Bizkit, like it's bad. I don't really feel like this music is bad, but I just feel like it's for a different audience than me. If I wanted a mix of like clean and rough vocals, I feel like I would go to Opeth. I think that's my personal preference, but I wouldn't actually say objectively. I don't really know. I don't want to say objectively either way what's better or worse. It's just more that like, what do I gravitate towards? What do I like? That's all I can really speak to. It's a music taste, and I feel like this is bordering too much on pop. I wouldn't say it is pop, but it's getting a little bit too radio friendly for my taste. I do like the emotion. I like the lyrics. I can see how somebody could love this type of music, how this could be totally up their alley. If somebody said I liked Linkin Park, I wouldn't really be like, oh, that sucks. Like, I would just be like, yeah, okay, I appreciate that. Like, I can respect that. I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to like different music tastes. Like, for me to say I really don't like Limp Bizkit and I thought it was bad is like pretty big. Like, I do say I don't like songs, like obviously, but I wouldn't just like straight up say it's bad. I think something has to be like really bad for me to think it's bad. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like I've got a pretty open mind to enjoying most things. Like, I can see the positive side of most. For instance, of Linkin Park, but yeah, Limp Bizkit, like, oh my lord. Yeah, Linkin Park, I think like objectively I can see the merit, like I can see the pros of it, but those pros are not in line with my taste. That's how I would classify this. It makes sense because I feel like Numbin in the end, as much as I feel like, okay, those are really good tracks, I see how so many people love them, I've never really gravitated towards them and listened to them in my own spare time, ever, even though I've known them forever. And that's just my taste. I think it's just my taste. I don't want something too pretty and too poppy. Let's move on to the final track. I am actually very intrigued about Slipknot. I feel like there could be potential for me to like them. I've heard like they're actually sort of decent. Like their earlier stuff is actually relatively good and worth checking out. And I'm open-minded, you know. If something's catchy and it's fun to move to, I'm really into that. I feel like the bridges on the Korn track and the Limp Bizkit track, I like that high intense energy, like a good riff. I hope Slipknot can provide. This is once again, a billion listened to record. Let's check it out.
I push my fingers into my eyes.
Let's hope.
It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. But it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on.
Yeah, I got the riff. I got the riff that I asked for. Interesting drum as well.
I have screamed until my face collapsed. I've waited as my time's elapsed. Now all I do is live with so much fate. I've wished for this, I've bitched at that.
It's either that like rap delivery or like that spoken delivery. It's actually quite common. It's even showed up in the Linkin Park a little bit. Reminds me of Nine Inch Nails a little bit again.
My future seems like one big past. You're left with me cause you left me no choice. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops me.
I don't mind this.
If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it.
There's a lot going on.
Put me back together, or separate the skin from bone. Leave me all the pieces, then you can't leave me alone. Tell me the reality is better than the dream, but I found out the hard way. Nothing is what it seems. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops me.
I love the guitar here. This? Oh, okay, yeah. So it's a few years later.
I'm not gonna make it.
I expect a good bridge, honestly. After what we listened to today.
All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane.
The drama.
All I've got is insane. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops me. I was made of all the things I have to take. Jesus never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it.
Okay, the chorus keeps blowing on me every time.
All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane. All I've got is insane.
I love how he does a little cute growl at the end of the last insane. That's adorable. Okay, part of new metal probably is that it's a little bit more radio friendly, or it's a little bit more easy to listen to, a little bit more popular, potentially. I don't know, billion plays on these tracks. So like you don't really see that with like the classic metal tracks I've been listening to. I mean, if I look at like Iron Man, which is like a really popular Black Sabbath track, how many plays does this have? I take it back, Black Sabbath are just as popular, of course. What am I talking about? Maybe Black Sabbath is like, you know, one of the most popular metal bands ever. Actually, no, I guess Metallica's a good example. But I think I remember with Metallica, like, their Black Album is like the most popular stuff, right? That's like the stuff that hits the billions. Oh, okay, Master of Puppets, they've got one song in the billions. But yeah, we're pretty much like, nearly every track here I'm listening to is in the billions. Like, these are very popular tracks. There's a lot of people listening to this stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little bit more for the masses, I guess, in terms of new metal. I'm just trying to figure out new metal characteristics. A fusion of heavy metal, hip-hop, and grunge. Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. I've been like freaking picking out all this hip-hop stuff everywhere. I'm just like, why is everybody rapping? Why is rapping so popular? It's because it's actually like a fusion of hip-hop and heavy metal. Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. I think of Rage Against the Machine as like a fusion of hip-hop and heavy metal. I think they do it really well. I've re-listened to the Rage Against the Machine. I listened to one album. Would they classify as new metal though? Rage Against the Machine is not typically classified as new metal. Instead, they're considered a pioneering force in rap metal. There's a difference between rap metal and new metal, even though new metal is a fusion of heavy metal, hip-hop, and grunge. I think I sort of noticed the grunge a little bit on this final track. The vocal performance felt a little grungy and felt quite toned down, like the Slipknot felt a little grungy actually. I don't know though, I feel like the grunge is a bit of a reach. But I guess it does come out of grunge, as grunge is mostly in the 90s and the you see new metal, most of this comes out in the late 90s to early 2000s, the stuff we're listening to. So it makes sense if it's sort of as a continuation on from grunge a little bit, because grunge was very popular. Rhythm over melody, the genre prioritizes texture, groove, and mood. I felt like the Linkin Park was very melodic. I feel like the thing about new metal for me that makes it quite different is like it's trying to like cater to the radio more. Like that's how it feels a little bit, but I might be wrong. Also with the Slipknot, I actually sort of liked it. It felt like, once again, a little bit radio friendly, but it was like rough around the edges enough, maybe grungy enough potentially, that I really liked it. I would be interested in listening to more Slipknot. I think this is the one band, what in the world? Oh no, they all got the faces. Okay, yeah, this is the one band actually I think I would be interested in listening to a whole record from. Maybe Korn as well. The Limp Bizkit I really didn't like. I'm not interested in any more Limp Bizkit ever again. But I think Korn and Slipknot, I would be interested in doing another reaction. Potentially Slipknot first. Slipknot I'm feeling a bit better about after Duality. So it was a pretty decent track. I thought the chorus was catchy. Every time it grew on me a little bit more. There you go, Slipknot. I had a feeling as well. I was like, I think Slipknot won't be that bad. I do feel like though that the Static X was my favorite, followed by the System of a Down, and then the Slipknot. I feel like those are my top 3 of what I liked today. So yeah, and Static X is the least popular here, but my most favorite. Go figure. But yeah, I finally did it. I finally listened to new metal. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry I like probably talk so much over the tracks, but I was nervous. I had this nervous energy going into this. I feel like this could get like a lot of traction. Like me posting this, I feel like a lot of people maybe have been waiting for me to listen to new metal and to open up that can of worms. I feel like now I've done it. I was terrified to do it, you know? But okay, it's done. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully you guys don't hate me for it. And I'll see you guys in another video. Subscribe on YouTube and come follow me over on Patreon if you'd like, because there's lots of polls. Like we put this whole video together based off polls on my Patreon, so you can help out with the next. Okay,